going on, everybody? I'm D-Rock, and welcome to IL2FLY Flight Simulator with D-Rock. This is a web series that I wanted to start on my channel that kind of documents my journey into the flight simulator hobby, which kind of started several months ago. YouTube surfing videos on flying and video games and stuff like that, and I came across two gentlemen, Jeff F. and Squirrel, who are great simulator pilots. It's funny because it's called I-Love-to-Fly, but in actuality, I am terrified of flying, and I do a lot of flying, or did, pre-pandemic for my job. So, I do appreciate and marvel at at just the technology that is the plane, and just what it can do and how safe it is, and just the amazing machine that a plane is. So I've always been into planes and just learning how they fly, and I've been eyeing the simulator for a while, and just I joined Steam. And last October they dropped Microsoft's Flight Simulator 2020, and I just decided to take a plunge into the hobby and see how it goes. So I'm extremely new. I am totally clueless. Went into it totally clueless as to flying a plane. And with the training missions, I did the training missions with the Cessna 152, and which is an awesome plane. But it's very primitive in its technology. It's all old dial instruments and stuff like that. So I gave it a shot a few times, and I've crashed. I've landed, barely. So it's all a learning process. But I really want to get into commercial flights. And just from start to beginning, from a dark and cold plane to on the runway taking off to, tapping into an ILS and landing the plane, with autopilot and by hand. That's what I want to document with this web series is, how I do, as I go along. But on this video, I wanted to show how I do Simbrief, which is a flight planning app that is used in conjunction with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I learned this from Jeff, watching Jeff's videos, because this is what he uses to plan a flight, a commercial flight, and that's the beauty of the game, is that so much planning goes to just Flight Simulator is cool as where you could just jump in a plane and take off and just go wherever you want, and that's dope. But to get the realism of the simulation of being a commercial pilot and just pre-planning your flight and getting everything into the computer of the plane, and then taking off and doing all the things that actual pilots do, is what makes this game so amazing and just so much fun. So I just wanted to get into the Simbrief aspect of this, of just learning how to use it. And by no means this is a tutorial. I'm not going to show you how to use it, because I'm just learning as I go myself. But I just wanted to show you what it takes to actually, get a flight started in Flight Simulator. So let's jump into Simbrief, and I'll try to show you what I've inputted and what things are. And like I said, I'm learning on the fly, so I may be wrong. I may not, some things may be inaccurate or incorrect. Feel free to correct me and let me know, because this is a learning process for me. Again, this is just a simulator diary, if we can call it that. So let's jump into it. So we're on Simbrief now. Now this is a free website where you can build a flight plan for your simulator. It's very cool. Again, I learned this from Jeff on YouTube, and so we're gonna log in here. So you log in, you register, you make a free account, you register, and then you go into dispatching system, and then here's where you have your your options to do, a new flight. You can edit a previous flight, your briefings. I have a couple of saved flights here that I made. You could also have a fleet of planes. I haven't messed with this yet, so I don't know what that is. But this right here is what I wanted to show. So this is where you would create a new flight plan. So here I have, you could put anything. I mean, you could get an actual airline code. If you wanted to, you can make one up. This is all simulation, so let's just put something here, DPA airline. Again, with the flight number, you can make whatever you want up. We'll make this flight 5555. So here's where you would choose to decide. Here's where you would decide where to depart from. Let's try JFK, right? And then where you wanted to arrive. So let's try Chicago, KORD. Now you could always decide where you want to go and get the airport code by just Googling it. I know a lot of them from flying. Well, the ones in the United States from flying around the country, doing what I do. So a lot of those kind of get embedded in your head. So then you pick your aircraft type, and I'll be flying the Airbus A320. This right here, that doesn't matter. It could be the 100. I don't even think there's a 100, but I know there's like the NX or the Neo, which could be the 200. I have to research that. But it doesn't specifically say Neo, so we're gonna go with the A320 200. All this other stuff here I have to learn, but it's pretty much I leave it on auto. I leave all this on auto. It'll just figure it out for me. Schedule flight time. This you can decide what you want to fly out of, and they're automatically calculated, and they might be corrected when you get down to this part here. So this is the AirX cycle. And this here you need a subscription to, because it sends you over to this other website called Navigateway or something, and it kind of it gives you up-to-date routing options, and other things that I have to, I promise I will get better versed in this. So the nav is kind of like charts, I guess, and it kind of updates, airports and airspace, and just keeps everything updated. It's like those charts that you get at, that pilots carry folded up, and they open it up to get, I even use them for drones. When I do the drone thing, I look at the charts, see the airspace, and make sure that I'm not flying where I'm not supposed to, and it gives you all the kinds of waypoints and stuff like that. So I guess that's what that's for. But I just needed to make sure that was current, because it had a previous cycle. So allegedly this gets updated every 28 days. So then this route here, this is where you get your waypoints. And as you can see, to Chicago, you have Coat, Q436, Emma, and Wind 2. So I get that from this website, the Real World Flight Plan database, and this is used for sim. It actually gives you accurate routes that planes actually fly in the real world, and you could follow that flight plan. So again, these are all customizable. You can adjust these once you get into the plane and adjust them. You may want to skip a waypoint and go directly to another one. It's up to you, or it's up to ATC actually. if you're doing real life ATC or if you're just using the ATC in the game, which is not that great. I don't think. It kind of throws me off, but it's good for just to get the feel of. It's good for just getting the feel of realism. This right here is all automatic. I just leave it automatic. This, I don't know what this is about. I have to look into that, but route finder, that's all, this is all customizable again. Alternate airports, and I think it gave me an alternate airport up here. So that's done automatically. And so here is our route. So as you can see here, I would be taking off from JFK, and these are all the little waypoints I would take to Chicago. Now here, as you can see, is the alternate. So say Chicago says, hey, you can't get here. You're gonna have to stop somewhere else, or if the plane has, technical issues or something that has to land before it gets to Chicago, this would be the spot. But this is our map, and you could zoom in. And so anyways, this right here, when I'm done filling it out, I would save it, and you could save it from here, save flight, and it would save it in your list of flights here. But then you would generate. Now, when you're ready to import this into Microsoft Simulator, you will generate a flight plan. So if you click on this and you tell them yes, you're ready to go, it'll generate a briefing package. And I'm going to make sure to donate because it's so cool and it's free, and I like to support. So, and there you go. Here's my flight plan, just like real pilots do it. And gives you even the amount of fuel you need, air time, 2 hours and 18 minutes, the time I'm departing, where I'm taking off from, where I'm landing. Here's the, the alternate airport. This is my cruising altitude, 340, which is 34,000 feet. A320 flight 555, and that's the airline code, which I made up. And then here you go again, the waypoints that I'll be using, the major waypoints that I'll be flying to. And here's that map again in the briefing. So here's the actual paperwork. Now this is something that pilots would have, and they'd go into the plane and they would actually input this all into the plane's computer. Well, not all of it, but the waypoints, gas, and all that other important stuff that they need to put into. But in the name of simplicity, we get to pick what file we could import this with. So if I wanted to do Flight Simulator 2020, I would look for Flight Simulator. It's somewhere here. Oh, there it is. So I would download this and then import it into the simulator. Now with the fly-by-wire mod, what's dope about that is that I could import this briefing directly from the plane's computer, which is dope. Like previously, before I downloaded the mod, I would need to download it in the world map portion of the game. Now I could do it like you could actually download it from the computer while you're in the plane getting everything ready, and it just uploads into the computer and everything kind of fills out, and then you could adjust whatever you need to adjust from there. But in my experience level, I would just leave everything the way it is. Just double check that it's in there and leave it the way it is. So yeah, this is pretty much what Simbrief is. It's very cool. And it's for simulators, and just wanted to show you this first aspect of it. In the next video, I'll show you how I upload it into the plane's computer, only because I got to do it first and learn it before I can show it off. So, but this is Simbrief. I learned how to do this in about 2 days, and it's pretty dope, man. I'm already starting to feel like a pilot already. I'm gonna get me a pilot hat and one of them wing name tags and be good to go. But yo, shout out to Jeff and Squirrel, who kind of the inspiration for me to get into this hobby. So, you know, this is the first video of kind of a web diary of, you know what I'm saying, flight simulation and how I do. I may end up sucking at it, or I may end up being able to feel like I can go to Newark right now, you know, go to Newark and get on a plane and take the helm. But it's fun. It's a fun hobby. It's really cool. And the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is just an amazing game, amazing piece of software, man. Just the, you know, the graphics and the you know, with the live weather and live traffic and just the amount of development that's going into it with, you know, third party developers, and you got guys in the modding community that are, you know, just sharing their planes and liveries and stuff like that. I just love it. It's incredibly fun. So anyways, that's my video on Simbrief. Hopefully you dig it. You'll follow along. Maybe you'll want to get into the hobby or just watch, you know what I'm saying? And you know, so I'll see you on the next video. Peace.